What you mean you don't know Pana? She's dope. What you mean? What you mean? What you mean? What you mean? What is poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl DOPEaxxPANA, and today I'm doing a sleek braided ponytail on my client, and I just wanted to switch it up. So I'm actually doing a 5-strand braid, which I was really excited about because I had never done it before. So I literally watched one YouTube tutorial and was like, yeah, that looks super easy. I just want to try it. And I know that right now, like, the sleek braided ponytail look is really in style, so I kind of wanted to just do that and add a twist to it. So the flat iron that I'm using to straighten my client's hair out is actually a Conair Pro flat iron that I got from a discount Sally's Beauty Supply, so it was only 20 bucks, but I was just being lazy. I didn't feel like driving to the salon to get my Babyliss, but this actually did pretty good. It heated up to 455, and I really only had to do one pass all over her hair. You want to just make sure before you do any sleek style that you do straighten their hair out, unless their hair is super thin, or depending on the texture, sometimes I don't have to straighten it, but for her I did. And since I was already going to be flat ironing it, I just added on a trim for her because it has been probably a year since I trimmed her hair last, and that's just a great way to like add on extra money for your clients. When you get into a salon, add-on services are really important. So if you see that your client needs a trim, as a professional stylist, you should always recommend it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that really quickly for her. I took off about ½ an inch of her hair all around. To sleek my client's hair down, I am going to be using the Got To Be Glued, and I'm basically just going to be taking it in sections and freeze spraying it down, just kind of molding it into the shape that I want. I've actually been trying to practice this because there are times when I have done this and it literally comes out perfect and flawless, and then there's just times when I struggle getting it sleek. Sometimes it just depends on the texture or how straight I get it, or honestly like what type of ponytail I'm doing. So I have been kind of trying to work on my molding down for my ponytails. It's not something that I do super often, so I feel like sometimes that makes it harder too when I don't get to practice it as much. But hers turned out decent. I feel like I could have probably sleeked it down a little bit better, but I kind of just like found ways to hide any imperfections with the style that I was doing, and I'll show you guys how to do that more towards the end. For the top of her hair, I did leave out some edges for her. My clients who have like bigger foreheads, I always recommend leaving out baby hairs. I know some people don't like them with like the sleek ponytails, but yes, I would always recommend it if your client has like a big forehead, or if they have natural baby hairs. Obviously you want to leave those out. So for the top of her hair, I used a combination of the Got To Be Free Spray, and I also used an edge control. The edge control that I used to help mold down was the Instant Control, I believe it's called. As always, all the products that I use will be listed in the description section, but I kind of use the edge control just to help make sure that it stayed super sleek. Like I said, I'm still practicing my mold down, so I just wanted to make sure that at the top it looked really, really as sleek as possible. So once I was done molding each side, I just kind of went in and pulled everything all together, and I secured it with 2 hair ties. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the mold down of the ponytail. Off camera, I did her edges and I kind of like tied it down with a Sanex strip. So to attach my ponytail, I'm going to take a black rubber band and I'm going to loop it through itself around the braided hair, and that's how I'm going to keep it attached to my client's hair. Typically I would use a thicker rubber band, but I had already broke the one that came on the braiding hair, so I'm just using a regular black rubber band. And then I'm going to section off a piece of hair and I'm going to wrap that around the base of the ponytail. I can't remember if like I had always done it this way, but I did see like a couple YouTube tutorials where people had done it this way, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's pretty clever. But you guys know I had did that crisscross Megan Thee Stallion ponytail, and I can't remember if this is the same way I attached it or not. So yeah, I did it this way this time, and I actually liked it a lot. It was super easy. I just went ahead and molded that piece around, and then you can clearly see that my client's hair is underneath the braiding hair, so you want to just make sure of that. And I'm gonna go ahead and brush it out. I was actually kind of mad because when I watched this video, and I don't know if it's because of the lighting, like her hair looked a lot lighter than the braiding hair, but in person that wasn't the case. So then when I went back and watched it, I was like, wait, like what? But you can kind of see it like really peeking through. So next time I probably will use maybe like a 6. I believe this is a 2 for the braiding hair, so maybe she needs like about a 4 or a 6 to help her hair blend better. So for this 5-strand braid, like I said, it was my first time, and I really thought that I had caught a different angle of it, but I didn't. So I will be making a tutorial of how I actually did this braid, because you won't be able to see me crossing over every single piece. But I'm taking my Shine and Jam and I'm just kind of trying to smooth her hair into the braiding hair. And obviously when you do this, it's called a 5-strand braid, so you need 5 strands. The hardest part for me was really just figuring out how to hold the strands in my hand, because like I can't explain it until you do it. It's a lot to have 3 strands. You have to literally use 2 hands to kind of just like balance everything. So I definitely feel like that was the most challenging part for me. So I'll do my best to explain this, but like I said, you won't really be able to see what I'm doing because I didn't get the correct angle. But basically there's the piece that is on the outside on each end is going to go over and then under the middle strand. And like I said, I feel like I don't even know why I'm explaining this because you can't see. But like I said, I will make an in detail tutorial about how I did the 5-strand braid. I was literally concentrating so hard, guys, that it was super hard for me to just even like think about the camera recording. Like the whole time I was doing it, I was like, this is like hard. This is hard. So yeah, I'm super happy that it just turned out the way that it did, because ooh, baby, like I was really real life struggling. Actually, before I actually showed this clip here, I had did it a couple times and took it out, but just so that this video wasn't forever long, I just wanted to like add in the clip where I actually did it all the way to the bottom. So I definitely feel like as I got towards the bottom of the braid, it definitely got easier. Like I kind of figured out how to hold my hands and how to move quicker. And I think one of the things that made it most easy is that the client's natural hair wasn't in it. So you guys can see that the bottom looks a lot neater than the top. But I decided to just kind of hide those imperfections by using my Shining Gem to like slick down and tuck the rest of her human hair. And then I also loosened up the bottom of the braid just so that the thickness would match each other. And I'm going to be adding in those clamps in there just to kind of decorate it a bit, because looking at it like this, it was just really plain for me. So I was like, okay, let me think of ways that I can just really make this hairstyle pop. So right above her braid, you guys can see there's a dent in her mold down, and that's from where the styling strip was sitting. So next time I'm just going to make sure that I tie that underneath to prevent that. But to hide that imperfection, I put one of the bejeweled clips there. So in the next clip, you guys will be able to see how I kind of hid that. Not any style that I do is not perfect. I try my best to make every style perfect, but there will always be imperfections in anything that you do. So I always just try to do my best. Like if it's something that cannot be fixed, like I'm not going to take this whole hairstyle down to fix that. If I know that there's a way to hide it, I will. Like sometimes you do have to go over and redo things. Like I said, I redid this braid probably about 3 or 4 times. So don't be afraid to like go back on your work and stuff. But I knew that I was going to be adding clips into her hair, and I knew that I can cover that just by adding a clip over it. So yes, for the ends, instead of adding in curly ends, because I wasn't even going to try to do all of that on my first time doing the braid, I just went ahead and curled the braiding hair, and I'm going to just go ahead and blow dry those to help it set a little bit quicker. And then when I unravel those, it will be all curly. And you guys can see I added in some of those gold links and the sexy clip. I have another sweet clip on the side, and I'm just taking a small piece of braiding hair and kind of wrapping it around where that rubber band sits so that you can't see it. And yes, guys, this here is my finished look. I hope you guys absolutely loved it. I was like super like, okay, wow, this is really cute. But I really started feeling it when I posted it on Instagram, and everybody was like, no, this is like cute. So yes, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. As always, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you guys look out for my 5-strand braid tutorial that's coming up next. And yes, I will catch you guys in my next video. What you mean you don't know Pana? She's dope. What you mean? What you mean? What you mean? What you mean?